The nation's capital, Washington, D.C. That's the setting for the Pacers. Emmanuel quickly can score in a hurry. And he'd love to do that again tonight as they get ready to tip off at Capital One Arena. Pacers, Wizards, the NBA on 2K Sports. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, in the sidelines as well. And let's take a look at the last handful of seasons and the steal numbers for Marcus Smart.
This is such a hard stat category to predict year over year. You can have a year where you're just on fire, racking up a steal or two per game. And then other years, it just doesn't work that way. Doesn't mean he's a non-factor on defense. He helps his teams in other ways.
Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with SGA. Then it's Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Turner in at the 4 slot. And for the Wizards,
Here we go.
they've got Dante DiVincenzo. Banchero is out there with Pascal Siakam. Then there's Powell. And it's Nembhard in at the 1. So here we are, Greg, for another clash between these two teams, the second in a row. I think we'll see many adjustments.
No question. They learned a lot about one another in that first game, and I expect they both fine-tune their approaches here tonight.
Now, here's Jokic. Pass to Caldwell-Pope. Outside Turner. Outside Porter. Now here's Turner. No good with the triple. Porter against DiVincenzo. Siakam looking around. To the middle. Here's Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
Oh, love that. Banchero moves so well with and without the ball.
I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. And it's Indiana's ball. Outside, SGA. Pass to Caldwell-Pope. Back to SGA. 4 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Lets it go from deep. They get the rebound. Jokic with the bucket.
Oh, great effort. They're fighting for that loose ball. Joker continues to attack the offensive glass.
Nembhard the pass to DiVincenzo. Siakam against Jokic. Takes the 13-footer. Siakam, that's good.
With a harmonious blend of length and strength, Siakam has become a dependable interior scoring option.
Now, here's SGA. Coming off a stellar performance against Washington. Unloads from 13. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. And here is Powell. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. And that one drops for him.
What a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
SGA into the lane.
And if SGA gets a step on the defense, it's over. Look how quick he is to the rim.
Siakam against Jokic. And it's sent back by Jokic. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Nembhard covering. Caldwell-Pope outside. Outside, Porter. Jokic with the screen on DiVincenzo. And that one's good by Porter.
Just sensational form and touch on display from Porter. When he gets any room to shoot from deep, he's looking to fire.
Now here's Powell. His last outing with 20 points. And they pick up 2.
You can't have a better start than that, connecting on 4 of your first 5 field goal attempts.
And you watch Paolo Banchero. GA offensively, he is a load to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, he can cross you up, hit you with the spin move, score over either shoulder. This young man is a force.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. You talk about a player who can absolutely light it up. He averages over 31 points a game.
Just so physical inside. Even with contact, Jokic able to fight through it.
Nembhard with it. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. DiVincenzo with the screen on Jokic. Here's Siakam. Over Porter. Porter with a block.
Good work on the defensive end for Porter Jr. Timing things just right there to get the block.
And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for Washington. They trail by 1. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And despite all the accolades, GA, is it possible that Pascal Siakam is underrated?
Absolutely. Spicy P is one of the best two-way players in the league. Exceptionally versatile, and his impact goes beyond his impressive stat line.
And he's good on the second. And one of the many challenges for a small market team like the Pacers, Greg, going up against that luxury tax.
And they've avoided carrying a payroll that would incur the tax. But right when they said they were planning to do just that, the Bucks stunned everyone with the maneuver to secure Pacers center Miles Turner and perhaps let him off the hook.
I mean, he's just making the D look foolish. I mean, that was one heck of a move to get himself the space he needed to operate.
And how about the slam to finish it off? Not too shabby either. To the inside, Porter, and finished off by Porter.
He just jumps so fast. I mean, give Porter a chance to dunk, and he doesn't think twice about it.
Banchero with the screen. Over Caldwell Pope. And it takes a hard bounce. Pacers leading by 4. And Turner kicks to SGA. Turner with a screen on Powell. Powell against SGA. Chalk up 2 there. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second basket.
Well, defending SGA, this is what it's about. He can set you up and then break you down.
Siakam against Jokic. Pass to Nembhard. And here is DiVincenzo. Powell for 3. Wow, drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
So, Tim, the District of Columbia and the Wizards reaching a deal to keep them in D.C. through 2050.
Along with a project to expand the arena complex, create an entertainment district, and implement safety and transportation upgrades. Really exciting stuff.
Now here's Turner. Hasn't made one yet. Inside. Here's Jokic. That's good, and SGA with the assist. SGA's got his 3rd assist on the night. Wizards trail by 6. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian Keefe had a few moments to share with me. Coach joked that if he focused on a single aspect of stopping Nikola Jokic, he would probably just beat them a different way. Instead, he showed the team 5 video clips, each with a specific failure of guarding Jokic. He's asked his players to prevent those mistakes from happening. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Here now, the 2K leaderboard, showing us the best passing teams in the NBA over the course of the last month. The Pacers in 5th.
And what stands out during this recent stretch is just how well they passed the basketball. I mean, this is a club that has become really unselfish.
And so it's Washington with it. 6-point game. Pass to Banchero. Nembhard against Quickly. Nembhard the pass to Ivy. Banchero a screen on SGA. On the clock. And it's blocked by SGA.
That is timing on the part of SGA, protecting that paint. And it's denied. Sent back by Siakam.
In the corner, Ivy with it. Hits the three-point bomb.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Turner with the screen for SGA. Lets it go with a three. Rebounded by the Wizards. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
They just committed too many mistakes. It was impossible to overcome.
Rise and fires. This is Siakam's attitude off the catch, and with these results, you understand why.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good. SGA's got his third bucket of the night.
And the defense just has no answers for him right now. With each made basket, the more his confidence continues to grow.
Siakam's shot is off.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Back to Porter. Indiana moving the ball around. Here's Jokic. The layup missed.
Well, that was a great challenge at the rim and a difficult adjustment to make.
Quickly against Nembhard. Another miss by Siakam.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Quickly against DiVincenzo. Jokic high post. And Jokic throws it down.
Oh, that's just too easy for Jokic. This is why defensively you've got to get him away from the basket.
SGA kicks to Turner. Jokic passes to Porter. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You look at the Pacers. Right now they've acquired the second-best record in the conference. And, of course, the Wizards. They have a lot of ground to make up.
And right now for the Pacers, they've got their sights set pretty darn high right now. After what they've done this season, their goal is nothing short of a title.
Well, no one has been surprised by their dominance. Now they will try to take this momentum into the postseason.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. And Washington making a change here. Smart's checked in. The Pacers also changing it up. Reed, he's checked in for Miles Turner. Porter comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Taurean Prince in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Wizards with possession, trailing by 5. Siakam against Reed. Siakam misses.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Back to Capella. And the layup's good off the glass.
And defenders have to be mindful of Capella. His length and strength can be a problem down low.
Jokic with a screen on Smart. A three from Quickly. Rebounded by the Wizards.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Siakam kicks to Ivy. Fires from deep. Outside for Smart. Ivy on the wing. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Pacers. 3-point lead. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
I like their aggressiveness in that one. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to go out and take it.
That is the way they would like to play every night, but of course each opponent represents different challenges.
Here's Ivy, following the score by Indiana. Just 5 to shoot, down low. And it's sent back by Prince. Here's Quickly, rebounded by the Wizards. Siakam's got 4 rebounds in this game. Smart kicks to Siakam. Back to Smart. Tries a 3. And Jokic with the rebound. Pacers leading by 5. Pass to Quickly. There's the 3. Good on the triple.
Year in and year out, Quickly's three-point shooting has been very consistent.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Capella sets a screen for Siakam. Drains the 3, and yes, he'll go to the line for one more. It's going to go on Naz Reid. This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And he's kept this percentage at a decent level, right around 74.
Powell, he's checked in for Washington.
What's up?
Chris Middleton's checked in for the Pacers.
A big man who can score, rebound, and pass. This is why Siakam has become a huge piece of this team.
Now, here's Quickly. 11 points for him in that last game against the Wizards in Washington. Prince misses. To the paint. Here's Siakam. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Siakam's got 11.
Well, what a versatile guard. I like when Ivy looks to share the wealth like this.
Jokic firing on all cylinders for the Indiana Pacers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll return shortly. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Indiana?
And guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
And another thing that has really opened up the rest of the floor is their damage from the mid-range area.
On the court for Indiana, you've got Prince. Chris Middleton is out there with Porter. Then there's Emmanuel Quickly, and it's Reed in at the 5 down low. And there's Banchero on the assist by Powell. Banchero's got the game tied up here for the Wizards. Middleton, a screen on Banchero. Quickly with a wide open look. That 3 off the mark. Quickly's gotten just 1 of 6 shots to fall here. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie Laporte.
Thank you, Kevin. Paolo Banchero is trying to become more vocal. He said being the best player on the team, you've got to speak up. You can't ever be quiet because at the end of the day, I'm a high-Q player. I see the game really well, and if I'm not out there talking the game, it's doing everyone a disservice. Kevin, back to you.
Outstanding. Allie, we appreciate the report. Here's Powell after Indiana gets the 3. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside, Reed. His 3-pointer's off the mark. For Washington, they've got a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Pass to Powell. And the Wizards getting another bucket right there.
And as you can see, that shot is well within his wheelhouse.
Here is Porter. Reed the pass to Porter. Shoots over DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Banchero outside. Capella with a screen on Prince. Banchero, that's good.
Excellent work in the screen and roll. Banchero solid at knowing when to shoot in those sets.
And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. So, Tim, you ended your NBA career a little bit early because of knee problems, and at 34, you made the transition to broadcasting and have excelled so much. What has that journey been like?
Well, certainly, Kevin, I wish I could have played another handful of years, but you're right. The knee injury forced me into this line of work, and I'm blessed and grateful because I can stay connected to the game. I get to watch it every night with a front row seat, and hopefully I get to make people a little bit smarter about what they're watching.
Oh, you do, believe me, you definitely do. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for the Pacers. And how about we check the numbers for Emmanuel quickly?
And guys, his effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
Here's Caldwell-Pope. No scoring in this one, and it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul. Banchero against Quickly. From outside the arc, it drops for his second made shot of this game. An unimpressive 2 of 7, though.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
Banchero passes to Watford. And slam dunk by Watford.
Always a threat to score. Banchero, that time with a sweet find.
Here's Middleton. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Well, for what he lacks in height, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Siakam is checked in for the Wizards. Andrew Nembhard comes in for Trendon Watford. And a change for the Pacers. Jokic, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. Here's Banchero. 10 points for him. Wizards passing it around. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Banchero's got the lead up to 5 now for the Wizards. Caldwell-Pope outside. And Reed has it in the corner. Pass to Quickly. 6 on the shot clock. Up and in on the layup. Quickly's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
That's a lot of focus that time by Quickly. So good at working his way through the contact.
Banchero is screened for Siakam. Banchero passes to Nembhard. Siakam kicks to Banchero. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Pacers trail by 3. Pass to Quickly. Back to Porter. Jokic inside, defended by DiVincenzo. The Wizards have gotten nearly everything to fall for them here in the second quarter. They're a great 7 of 8 from the floor. Banchero with the screen. Powell, that's good.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Indiana's gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. And here's Quickly for 3. Rebounded by the Wizards. Siakam's got rebound number 5 here tonight. To the middle. Here's Banchero. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And now it's an 8-point Washington lead. Caldwell-Pope outside. Pass to Jokic. Now, here's Quickly. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
He got the space he wanted for his mid-range. He just wasn't able to convert.
Now, here's Reed. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
Capable of being a very potent scorer, Jokic certainly has looked focused so far in this one.
Right, we see a lot of change in the NBA, but Nikola Jokic always seems to stay in the MVP conversation.
And not just in it, at the top of it. His ability to affect the game is basically unmatched. He dominates in just about every single aspect.
And Indiana making a change here. SGA's checked in. And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. And that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. Now, here's Quickly. He's got 8, and he's good on the 3-ball. Quickly's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And Quickly is more and more comfortable using the pick and roll. He allows everything to develop in front of him, and then he takes what's there.
Siakam with it. Jokic defending. Banchero a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Beyond the arc. And it's Banchero missing. Pacers trail by 5. Jokic finds Quickly. Outside, Reed. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. The 3. Shea hits from outside.
Oh, terrific move there. I think he may need to check those ankles. He's just left the defender on the ground.
Man, that is nasty. What a move.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. Right side, SGA. And here is Quickly. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. DiVincenzo passes to Powell. Launches it from deep. It's rebounded by Indiana. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. 9 points in the game so far. Siakam against Jokic. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Pass to SGA. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for Washington. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
And I know all too well missing free throws can become contagious, and that's what happened to them.
Here's Reed. Following the basket by Pascal Siakam. And Jokic slams it in.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Powell, the pass to Banchero. Stolen by Reed. Caldwell Pope outside. There's the drive. And stolen by Siakam. Here's DiVincenzo. Good, and a nice assist from Siakam. DiVincenzo's got his first bucket of the night. And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. So, Tim, here's a word you often hear teams talk about, and that's culture. How does an organization create the right culture?
Well, I think, Kevin, you establish core values and then you make those non-negotiable. When everybody connects with that and connects to those values, you really have something special.
Holding on to the rope and pulling in the same direction.
That's what it's all about.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Reed. And it's Michael Porter in for Quickly. Turner looking around. On the wing, Porter. And Turner kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Inside. It's good, and the Washington lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Jokic.
And if Jokic has the position inside, forget it.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. Here's Nembhard. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Indiana. Pass to Tyson. Clock at 4 for 3.
An active player who just takes pride in his defense. Porter is solid at contesting shots with that reach.
Fires the 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Porter's got 8 points. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Nembhard against Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Tyson. Nailed from 3-point land. Tyson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Outside, Porter. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Wizards with the lead. 1:02 left to play here in the half. Here's Capella. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Jokic.
Aggressive move by Capella. His length and athleticism. It's tough to handle when he gets the ball that deep.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And the defense Capella provides is huge. I mean, a legitimate shot blocking threat who also rebounds the ball at an efficient rate.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And it's Jokic missing.
Now, he was bothered just enough to miss that shot. That's good work by the defense.
Pass to Ivy. Capella with a screen on Caldwell Pope. Now Capella. Jokic defending. And it's Capella missing.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
SGA passes to Jokic. Shoots over Capella. Misses off the right iron. Paolo Banchero getting it done for the to fatigue. Well, we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
Thanks so much, Rick. What did you think of your team's offensive execution in the first half?
We got to get it moving more. We got to get it driven more. They're very physical. You're trying to run plays. They blow all that stuff up. And so bottom line with our offense, we got to get some more stops. That'll help our offense.
Defense leads to offense. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thank you for that interview. And we'll be back with more basketball in just a moment.
Hello there, everybody. It's halftime, and right now the Indiana Pacers are in the midst of a good battle. And the way this thing is going, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down to the last few possessions.
You know what your killer Kiss on Nichols always says, Ernie? Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
What are you even talking about, Shaq?
Ernie, switch your seats with me. I need to get closer to Kenny. What'd you say, Kenny?
I definitely do not want to be in the middle of this. And guys, let's take a look at the Wizards in that first half. Neither side able to build a significant lead through two.
This is where your ball movement really helps you. Against this defense, you cannot afford to just be stagnant.
Kenny, that's a good game plan.
That's it, Shaq? That's your full analysis?
Okay, good game plan, Kenneth.
Okay, then. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And so here is Indiana. Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Paolo Banchero. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Pascal Siakam. And it's Nembhard in at the 1 spot. Is there one that you prefer watching?
I personally like variety, Kevin. I like certainly three-point shooting. That's how I made my living. But I also want to see post play, and I want to see teams that also can beat you with isolation sets as well. I think those are the toughest teams to defend. They can hit you from any area.
They sure can.
And if you were to assemble a first team all second rounders, Jokic would be a shoo-in.
And Jokic drops them both.
A big man with a nice shooting stroke. You love to see it.
SGA against Nembhard. Banchero, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Banchero, that's good. Banchero's got 17 now.
And this is what everyone wants to see. Banchero is attacking without hesitation on the offensive end.
Nice move. Here's SGA. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. The Pacers are all about winning. And Coach Rick Carlisle said, our young players are having to earn their way. They're not being given anything. It's the only way to do things, in my opinion. If you want to build championship habits, you got to do it on a merit-based, accountability type of basis. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. Good work there as it goes.
And that's Shea's favorite spot on the floor. His mid-range game is automatic.
Siakam outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 18 points for him.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Turner. Still without a basket. Two free throws coming up. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Pacers. On Sunday, they'll be playing against Tyler Hero and the Dallas Mavericks. Then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up with Derek White and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And for that matchup against the Grizzlies, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
And Jokic drops them both.
And being such a good passer out of that 5 spot makes Jokic a triple-double machine.
Banchero, a screen on Caldwell Pope. Powell, no one around him. Offline with his three.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Pass to Jokic. Porter against Nembhard. And there is a whistle. That goes on Andrew Nembhard. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
And now a chance to take a look at the numbers for Gilgeous-Alexander. The past month has been surreal, and he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And yeah, he's a true professional at the free throw line. It's a part of the game where he excels. You want him at the line for you in crunch time. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 11 points in the game. Just 5 on the clock. For the lead, Indiana again missing. And here's Banchero. They'll bring it up for Washington. A 2-point game. And Tim, the quintessential unstoppable force, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, taking his offensive game to a level rarely matched in league history.
Oh, Kevin, I'm running out of superlatives. The ability to score at every level. He gets to the foul line. He makes guys better. I just marvel at the totality of it.
Jokic.
Game has carried over here tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
Here's Siakam, and finished off by Siakam.
And right now, Siakam is cooking. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep feeding the hot hand.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander, and slam dunk by SGA.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
It is nice to have a playmaker who can also get up and finish like that.
No one near Banchero as he lets it go. Off target with his three. Indiana trailing here. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Porter. Turner passes to Caldwell Pope. Indiana moving it around. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. Shooting at a high percentage. All teams aim to do that. Let's see the league's best. The Pacers fourth.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
Washington has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Banchero, a screen on SGA. And finished off by Banchero.
And what a strong finish from Banchero. His guys love when he throws it down.
Pass to Jokic. Takes the three. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. Caldwell Pope against Powell. Now Nembhard. Banchero outside. Elbow shot. Another miss by Banchero.
And he can't let that get to him. He should have made it, but he's got to focus on the next one.
Washington leading now by 4. Pass to Siakam. Banchero is screen for Siakam. And there's Banchero on the assist from Siakam. Siakam's got his 4th assist in this one. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Well, he was able to sink a triple back in the first half, but he has yet to connect here after the break.
Siakam misses. Pacers trail by 6. Outside, SGA. Back to Turner. It's stolen by Banchero. And it's sent back by Turner.
No, sir. Try someone else. Turner is an elite rim protector.
Caldwell Pope passes to Turner. Jokic sets the screen for Turner. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Jokic. The power of Jokic. Wow.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
And he showed you great timing as well. Offensive rebounding, one of his specialties.
For the Wizards, Tyson's checked in, and Smart subbed in for Norman Powell. And the Pacers also making a change. Quickly's checked in. Here's Nembhard. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Jokic with the steal. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Jokic. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Now just a 2-point Washington lead. Siakam against Jokic. To the inside. Porter with the steal. Now, here's Jokic. Count the basket and the foul. It's going to be on Siakam.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot. The free throw line.
And after not getting to the line in the first half, he has changed his mentality. He's being much more aggressive.
Nembhard with it, quickly covering. Smart. It's good on the putback. And the Wizards lead by 2.
And Smart hovering around, not clearing the paint, and that led him to that second chance opportunity.
Turner with the screen for Porter for the lead. And that one is off.
Yeah, so many times we will see shooters of any caliber miss that wide open 3.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
And Banchero doesn't back down from anyone, which is why he's able to draw those fouls.
That free throw, good from Banchero.
And on paper, Paolo Banchero has so many appealing attributes. His size, build, the ability to find shots. You can easily see why scouts were enamored with this guy as a prospect.
And he can't hit the second. Pacers trail by 3. From the high post. And it's Banchero missing.
That's great shot selection, just poor execution. If you're going to take those mid-range shots, you've got to knock them down.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Count it, good. And that's 15 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
That's a high percentage look for SGA.
Bounce pass Nembhard. And finished off by Banchero.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now, here's Quickly. 11 points in the game. Here's Jokic. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. Jokic has got 14 points now in the second half. Quickly against Nembhard. Banchero a screen on Quickly. And it's Banchero missing. And it's Porter with the ball for the Indiana Pacers. And here's Quickly for three. The shot misses. The Wizards with the lead. Outside, Smart. Over Quickly. For Indiana, they've gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%. For the lead, knocks down the three ball. Quickly's got 14 points for the game. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Pacers.
They made a point to protect the rim, challenging shots all game long, and the block total is off the charts.
I've been really impressed with how intense their defense has been. They are picking up steals left and right, which is disrupting their opponent's rhythm.
And so it's Indiana with it, following the bucket by the Wizards. Here's Jokic, putting it back right up and in. Jokic gets it done.
I mean, he is just demoralizing his opponent right now on the backcourt. They didn't want anything to do with him on that possession, almost like they were just giving up on the play.
And he's repeating his performance from their last game. You just can't stop this guy.
Let's see some numbers here on Michael Porter. Some impressive play from him over the last month. He's right around 13 points a night, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And so much of what they do on offense depends on how he plays.
But that's right. There's no question. He's not the only but he is a key guy.
Back to Quickly. Trying to find Jokic. Gets it to him. Jokic fighting through contact.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Powell outside. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And the turnovers will kill you. I mean, that's been their undoing thus far.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T connected cam. And some changes here for the Pacers. Reed comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's the Pacers ball. They're on a 17-7 run. A three from Quickly. The rebound by Watford.
When you're not at your best, it is great to have teammates who will pick up the slack.
Screen by Watford. Here's Banchero. Washington again turning it over.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Puts one up from 19. Rebound by the Wizards.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
Clock management is everything right here. Time and score are paramount.
Now, Banchero. Firing on all cylinders for the Indiana Pacers. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, coaches love unselfishness, and this is exactly what they're referring to.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And so in the game for the Pacers. Naz Reid out there with Jokic. Then there's Emmanuel Quickly. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the 2-guard spot. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Ivy. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Reed kicks to Jokic. It's good. Jokic has got the first points on the board in the fourth.
This one because everything is falling.
Ivy against Quickly. Count it, and the Pacer lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Ivy.
And he's a big combo guard, and Ivy plays with no fear in there.
Jokic sets the screen for Middleton. And the three off target. Washington shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Capella with a screen on Quickly. The shot by Ivy, no good. Pacers leading by 4. Pass to Caldwell Pope. And here is Quickly. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
That's a lot of power that time. Quickly making it look easy.
To the middle. Here's Capella. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for the Pacers. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Jokic. It's Jokic with a beauty.
It really helps their team so much with Middleton's passing with effectiveness, and it helps him out as a scorer. He's that much harder to defend.
Capella sets a screen for Ivy. Over Quickly. The Wizards with another miss. Pacers leading by 7. Here's Reed, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
For Washington, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Here's Watford, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Jokic. That's good from Watford. And Watford drops them both. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.5. And it's Quickly missing. Wizards trail by 7. Watford passes to Ivy. Over to the wing. Screen by Capella. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. And Washington going with a whole new group here. Turner's checked in for Indiana. Pacers leading by 7. Turner with a screen on DiVincenzo. For 3, Middleton sinks the triple.
Slippery play by Middleton. Comes off the pick and goes on the offensive.
Quickly against Nembhard. Now here's Jokic. Middleton outside. He goes up again.
Yeah, Middleton is a talented scorer from anywhere on the floor. Goes to the paint and does his thing.
Banchero is screen on Quickly. And it's sent back by Turner. From deep. And the Pacers another 3.
And that's his second 3 of the half and his 5th overall. Really lighting it up.
Siakam against Jokic. And the foul on Miles Turner. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early, and just one more will put him over the limit.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Porter's checked in for Chris Middleton. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Quickly. Now, here's Banchero. Here's Caldwell Pope. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Jokic. Shot clock at 6. Misses the step-back jump shot. Wizards by 15. Banchero, a screen on Jokic. Here's Siakam. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. The Pacers have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them.
Throwing it down on that one. Turner really showing off that athleticism.
Now, here's Siakam. Here's Banchero. The shot's good on the assist by Siakam. Siakam's got 6 assists in the game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Paolo Banchero. That's foul number 2 for him. Manuel Quickly, he's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And so it's Indiana with it. Indiana moving it around. Jokic sets the screen for Quickly.
And Quickly's pressure off the dribble really puts pressure on the defense. They're struggling to contain him, and they have to end up fouling him.
Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Quickly.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And this organization has to be excited because when you watch Emmanuel Quickly, you got to remember, he's still in his mid-20s, so there's a lot of room still for him to grow.
Now, here's Siakam. Here's Nembhard, down to 5 on the shot clock. Puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by Michael Porter. Porter's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded. And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working.
Siakam passes to DiVincenzo. Here's Pop. SGA defending. And he lays it straight in. And the Pacers lead by 21.
Yeah, SGA so quick up the floor and getting out in transition, able to find that space.
Inside, Quickly kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Quickly looking it over to the left side wing. Siakam against Jokic. Over Siakam. And it's Jokic missing. Washington has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Banchero, a screen on Jokic. And finished off by Banchero.
A nice timing on the pass from Siakam, hitting the roller in stride.
Outside, SGA. Pass to Jokic. Three-point play. It's going to be Jokic shooting. It's going to be on Siakam. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Indiana. So when you look at different approaches to player recovery, from load management, say, Tim, to rub some dirt on it and get back in there, where do you stand on all of that?
Well, I do think teams have done a better job of trying to make sure players are protected from themselves and make sure they're getting enough rest. But I also think there are times guys should be allowed to play through certain types of minor injuries.
Just a smooth customer off that pick and roll. KCP making a quick assessment and decides to take it for himself.
Jokic passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Turner, launches it. They get it back. Looking good. Bounce pass Nembhard, and a wide open look for Siakam. And Washington again with the bucket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's SGA. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
North of the border, he's north of the rim.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. And now we'll take a moment for our presentation of our player of the game, Nikola Jokic.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. Porter finds Caldwell Pope. Now here's Turner. He's covered by Banchero. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Turner. Off target from outside.
And close to making the defense pay for the last coverage.
Jokic against Siakam. Down low. And finished off by Banchero.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
SGA against Nembhard. Pass to Porter. So, Tim, in the past, it's always been accepted that the veteran-laden teams would have an edge. But I don't know if we're seeing that as much now. What do you think?
Well, I think you used to see a lot more continuity with rosters across a number of years, but nowadays, much shorter contracts means you have teams that evolve and change more regularly than ever before.
Almost feels like you got to be more nimble as a franchise than ever before.
You absolutely have to have much more forethought because you keep these groups together for a shorter period of time.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout. A dominating performance for the Pacers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game.
It's hard to go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with one game left against this squad.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jokic.
And when he's dominant on the glass, his team benefits in so many ways. He took a lot of pressure off of his teammates tonight.
And sometimes Jokic overwhelms you with his size and footwork inside, which in turn forces the foul.
And he sinks the second. 52 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Up top, Nembhard. Quickly covering. Siakam misses. And here is Quickly. Pass to Middleton. Back to Quickly. Clock at 6. Jokic against Siakam. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
Shea, you were using those long arms to be disruptive on the defensive end. What's your focus at that?
Great job. Thanks for that, Allie. And that'll do it, folks. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.